And we are all set. Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Coals podcast. This is the pre-show before the show. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night? And we welcome you to the Salt and Pepper Lounge. I am your show host. I go by the name of the one and only Mr. Know-It-All Reactions. Give it up. Oh, give it up. Thank you. So we had to make sure that we kick this thing off right. So before we get started, I want you guys to just kind of have a seat, sit down, relax, and let me be able to take you there. All right, with these sweet, sweet, sweet melodies. Okay. Now, I see some of my guests. They are sitting over there in the different section or whatever. I got everybody here at the John Coltrane section. How you doing? Thank you, guys. Appreciate you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in as well. I see my guys back there in the back over there in the Miles Davis section. So appreciate you for joining in and tuning in as well. Enjoy yourself. Sit back. Enjoy yourself. Also, I have the section over there. I see you. I recognize you. Appreciate that. Over there in Louis Armstrong section. Appreciate you that. Appreciate you there. Jeff, can you go back there in the back? Get those guys some drinks over there. Get them some water. Make sure that the salad is cold and make sure it's cool. That is very, very refreshing as well. Okay. So I got you guys here before we get Gentleman Jamal, before we get Bougie Weirdo, and EQ as well. So we just got you guys for a few minutes here, but I got to make sure that I do this thing properly. Okay. And I want to give a special shout out to our Dallas Mavericks. Get it up. Yeah. Yes. So our Dallas Mavericks, we were able to get to the NBA Finals, and yes, we did not win the finals, and yes, it was definitely a heartbreaker. But our guys went out there and did their thing. They performed. We made it in round. We got put out, eliminated in round 5. A lot of us Dallas Mavericks fans thought we was gonna take it in right around 6 or 7, but we just came up a bit short. It ended in 5 in Boston, and you know what? I can't knock the Boston Celtics ball club. Those guys, they played as a team from what I had saw. Jaylen Brown, he did his thing, man. He balled out, and he's very well deserving of that MVP that he won. So give it up for Jaylen Brown. Yeah. Yes. But from what I had saw, I mean, the Boston Celtics, they played team ball. That was just that's what good champions do. They played team ball. They never got away, and they never got frustrated with how they played team ball. Because a lot of times what you saw and what I had saw is, you got these guys penetrating in the paint, and next thing you know, they're kicking it out, and they were hitting their shots. Their players knew exactly how to be one cohesive unit. But my Mavericks, I really believe that we need that one more special piece, and that right there would definitely get us over the hump. Kyrie, this series, I didn't believe that Kyrie had showed up. It was like, he had certain spots, but he was not the Kyrie that we used to seeing. And I don't know if it's, people keep saying that it's because of the Boston Celtics, scare or whatever. I think that's all is just taboo. But we said we just needed a third person to help us out because our shooters, PJ Washington, who else? So we didn't have no extra help, So PJ Washington didn't help us out. But I do like the young rookie, Derek Lively. I like him. I also like Derrick Jones Jr. So we got some pieces together, but it's just one of those type of things that, hey, look, we fell short. And we'll just try to revamp, retool, and go at it next year. But again, to some of my Boston friends back there in Boston, Massachusetts, especially Natick and Wellesley, and also Framingham, and also over there in Worcester, Massachusetts. Man, look, salute to you guys, man. You guys did your thing, and I ain't taking nothing from it. You know, you guys enjoy the parade, send pictures, send all that or whatever. I definitely want to see it. And also, make sure you drink one for me at the 99 Club. So, I mean, at the 99 restaurant. So, we definitely looking forward to that. All right. So, we definitely got to get started with turn the music down, stand by. So we're gonna keep it in Boston, Massachusetts. I don't want to talk about a social media viral sensation. Well, viral sensation, but a social media story that transpired from the one and only Antonio Brown. So y'all know Antonio Brown, the ex NFL player, used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He also played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you know he is retired, or he's not in the league anymore. But you know, Antonio Brown, you know, he has, you know, his behavior, his antics, you know, throughout social media, and you know, things that he's done that's been, you know, posted on social media. You know, he's been, you know, they trying to say that his behavior is bizarre, and that a lot of his behavior has contributed to, they saying, CTE. Now, we don't know if that's true or not, as far as like with the CTE diagnosis, but they're trying to say that Antonio Brown, you know, with all the hits and all the things he's done in the NFL and all the punishment he's taken there, that, you know, a lot of his bizarre behavior is from the CTE hits or whatever. But Antonio Brown, he had tweeted on social media about Jay-Z. He said that Jay-Z is, you know, Jay-Z does not do, you know, shows for people that, you know his music, but Jay-Z will perform. Well, Jay-Z did not perform. He wouldn't perform with people who know his music and these different, you know, award shows and ceremonies and things of that magnitude. But Jay-Z had performed at Tom Brady's retirement induction into the Patriots Hall of Fame. So Jay-Z did his most recognizable, most notable song, public service announcement, which is Tom Brady's entrance whenever he's getting ready to play a ball game for the New England Patriots. So Jay-Z's there performing, and he's performing in front of at the Gillette Stadium, in front of all these people, and you know, at Tom Brady's ceremony. And Tom Brady is walking out, and Jay-Z's rapping to public service announcement, and Tom Brady's walking out, and he's doing his thing, and he's reciting some of the words, but everybody's attention was on Tom Brady as Jay-Z's performing on the stand, and nobody paid a cent, just from the video that I've seen in different angles that I saw of this situation that took place where Jay-Z was performing. It seemed like everybody was paying attention to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z just up there doing his thing and doing what Jay-Z does, but nobody paid no attention to Jay-Z. And, you know, Antonio Brown was saying, hey, look, why is it that hold on. So why is it that Jay-Z would perform in front of these people that not paying no attention to you? They're not, they don't really, these people that's sitting on the floor level supporting, I look like they were Tom Brady's friends and family and probably Patriots organization. There were just a bunch of people that was there. But Antonio Brown thing was, why is it that Jay-Z would perform in front of these people that they can't recite your words, all these millionaires and billionaires that have a lot of money, you're performing in front of them, but we can't get you, the people, the masses that put you, you know, that supported you all over these years through your rap career, and things of that magnitude. Why is it that you can't, you know, you don't want to perform in concerts, award shows, and think, well, I ain't gonna say concert, whatever, but perform at these award shows, like all that is beneath you. But with Tom Brady, which they say him and Tom Brady are friends, and he may have done that as a favor for Tom Brady, but you get the call from Tom Brady and you go and perform for the NFL and for Tom Brady and so on and so forth and whatnot. So Antonio Brown called him out on that. Well, Antonio Brown been getting a lot of feedback, a little pushback, because I think the masses right now is kind of half and half about it. Some people saying that Antonio Brown owns something. Some people say that Antonio Brown is crazy. Me personally, I'm gonna have to say Antonio Brown. Just from what I'm seeing, Antonio Brown got something. He's spot on or whatever, because you know he's right. Why Jay-Z has turned down a lot of performances at these award shows, and Jay-Z is still, regardless of what your opinions and thoughts are about him and whatnot, Jay-Z is still one of those type of people that's still at the top. He's still one of the best in the game. Regardless if you say, well, he hadn't did X, Y, Z a long time, whatever. But Jay-Z is still a music mongrel, and he's still one of the hip hop finest as far as like when it comes to his music. So my question to Jay-Z is, or my question to you guys is this: how do you guys feel about Jay-Z moving this way? Do you guys have an issue with it? Do you guys say that, hey, Jay-Z, he's showing some type of difference when it comes to the actual culture of hip hop versus, the with him doing these awards for favor for friends or so on and so forth or whatnot? Or, do you guys say, hey, you know what? It is what it is, and Jay-Z been moving like this for a long time, or whatever the case may be. So you guys let me know how you guys feel about it. Again, I'm just I'm had to side with Antonio Brown with this one and say, hey, look, Jay-Z, hey, if you can do this for for these people that don't know nothing, don't really know your lyrics like that, hey, don't forget where you come from. That's just my main message about it. Don't forget where you come from. Reach out to the masses, reach out to the people who you started out with. They supported you all the way from Reasonable Doubt to shoot, he has so many albums, it ain't even funny. But people supported you, Jay-Z, and a lot of these people want to definitely see you. They pay their hard-earned money to see. They want to see Jay-Z perform or whatnot. So you guys have you guys' thoughts. And yes, so that being said, we are going to get ready to start the show. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I wanna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Corsicana, Texas. What's up, Dallas Fort Worth? What's up, Houston, Texas? Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Coals Podcast. We are your show hosts. I'll go by the name of Mr. Know It All Reaction. Get up. It's coming into the Burning Coals Podcast. We got our guy, Uzi Weirdo. Give it up. Also, we have our guy, gentleman Jamal. And last but not least, we got the first female of Burning Coals Podcast. She goes by the one, only, Educated Queen. Thank you. So we are the Burning Coals Podcast. Here's where we have fire interviews, hot topics, burning questions, serious conversations, and we say what needs to be said on this show. How you guys doing on this beautiful episode, this beautiful day? Again, so we say thank you guys for tuning in as well. But before we get started, we do have 2 streaming platforms that we have available at the top there. We do have a YouTube platform We also have a Facebook platform. So all you have to do is click on one of those streaming platforms and we will bring you on to the show. You can, I'm sorry, let me back up. If you want to comment on the show, you can definitely place your comment on the comment in the comment section, and we will put your comment on the show, and we will definitely read it if we can get to it. Okay, I promise you, we will definitely do that. All right. But if you want to come on to the show, we do have two streaming platforms available. We have a YouTube platform. We also have a Facebook platform. So only thing you got to do is click that button, click either one of them, and we bring you on to the show. You can fire off many questions that you can. You can say, hello, how you doing? You give your shout outs. You can also say, hey, you know what? We give us compliments and say, man, we love what you guys do. And we're going to continue to keep supporting and following the Burning Coals podcast. We eat all that stuff up. I promise you, we definitely do. Okay. All right. So now that that is said, the smoke is clear and the dust is settled. Ladies and gentlemen, again, how are you guys doing today? This is Tuesday. It's been another hot summer. What is this? June. We are in. Yeah, this is June. And I'll tell you one thing, man. This heat is not no joke. It is rough out there, man. You guys make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you guys stay hydrated and keep cool as well, because this is right around the time where we get all these heat strokes. You'll see it in the news, and you turn the news on and you see many people are hospitalized because of this sun. They're not hydrated. They're not staying cool. Everybody want to move around or whatever, man. But make sure that you do those things, whatever, and so that way we can prevent a lot of these injuries or prevent all these health scares. So that way we can find a way to beat the heat. Okay. All right. So now that that is all the way, Gentleman Jamal, B-Dub, and Lady Educated Queen, Lady EQ, they're going to definitely be on to the show, but we had to go ahead and start the show so that way we can go ahead and give you guys some of this great content, and we can just, go over and share what we're definitely going to be able to talk about and discuss today. Okay. So I promise you it's going to definitely be well worth it, because we got some great conversation. We got some great topics we're going to definitely discuss. Okay. So we are going to get right into it. So our first topic of conversation, and we're gonna talk about this. Okay, so I don't have any music, I don't have the video to it, but I'm gonna try to explain it the best of my ability, so that way you guys can follow with me on the topic. And hold on. Here's B-Dub. B-Dub, what's up, man?
What's going on? Sorry for the delay.
No, you good, B-Dub. You good, B-Dub. And I was getting ready to get into the first topic of conversation, man. So B-Dub, there was a woman on Facebook, on social media. She called the police on her mom for stealing her credit profile, B-Dub. So
yeah, hold on. I got the give me about 2 minutes. I think I might have that video.
Okay. Hold on, B-Dub. Yeah, so this woman, she is very upset and mad because her mother had stole some credit from her credit profile information. And B-Dub, while B-Dub is loading the video, I'm going to try to describe, what was going on here with the situation and whatnot. But you can see the video. You can definitely see that, the daughter is really upset and angry with this woman, for doing what she did. And I mean, it went back and forth to the point to where, okay, hold on, never mind. You know what? B-Dub got it ready to roll. Ain't no need for me to keep on going with it, B-Dub.
You found a report on your mother.
Yes, I did.
On your mother.
Yes, I did, because I'm not going to take it no more. I don't have to take this anymore.
So what's more important to you? Your credit or your mother?
I should not have to choose. I should not have to choose between the two.
Well, you gonna choose today. Because
who has to do this? Who has to even go through this mess? I'm sick of this stuff. You said the last time you wasn't going to do it again, and then here we are. And you know not to mess it. Now you messing stuff up. You messing stuff up for my future. I can't even get a house. You here. Are you kidding me? I'm new. You already did this before. This is how I found out the first time when I was trying to get them student loans.
Boy, B-Dub. Man, mama wrong in a son ago, man. And she love to play the victim. She playing the victim so that way she can try to justify her using her daughter's credit like that. And the daughter was right, B-Dub. Like, the daughter is like looking out for her future because credit is very important. And we don't realize, we don't understand how important credit is until we actually need to try to, until we get put in position and let us know how important credit is. Like that young lady said, she can't stop. She can't, put her family or put herself in a better position because mama, is using her credit, destroying her credit, and all these things and whatnot. And the woman is, trying to, put some perspective on everything with talk to her mother. I don't think she's wrong at all. I don't think the daughter wrong at all for addressing this with her mother. What's your thoughts about it, B-Dub?
Well, I mean, it's like you said, we don't care about credit until we realize we actually need it. So now she's trying to do something, and now she realizing, but well, the mama's wrong. Let me say that before
mama's dead wrong.
Without any equivocations, she's wrong. But the thing about it is, we do this stuff all the time. We do this stuff to our kids all the time. And most of the time, nobody cares. They be like, oh, well, it's just credit or whatever, or they have to come get it. But then, see, when you actually start living differently and you start realizing, okay, wait, there's a better way to do life, and I don't have to struggle and do this and do that. And credit is a part of that. If you want to buy a house, if you want to invest in certain things, it's important to all of that. And then you realize, like, oh crap, you messed me up. You messed my credit up. But kudos to her, because this is also the thing that we never do. We let it go. We'll talk about it forever. We'll bring it up at every family reunion. We'll talk behind mama back and talk to the, whoever else. And man, they did this and did this and did that. She took action. I'm kudos to her. I'm proud of her, because here's the thing. A lot of parents think that trying is enough. They think that doing their best is enough, and that's supposed to absolve them from any mistakes that they made. Listen, I get it that you love me. I get it that you did the best under the circumstances you had, according to whatever knowledge and resources you had. That's cool. I'm not knocking that, and I love you for that. But you still messed up. You still effed some stuff up. And you still have to take accountability for the stuff that you effed up, because you shouldn't have to put nothing in your child's name. Like, mama just playing victim and over there with her narcissistic tactics and stuff. And where your daddy? I don't know your daddy. Well, I don't know what
Yeah.
We gotta buy stuff. We gotta pay the bills. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
No, you made bad choices.
Yep.
You refused to admit and accept your bad choices so that you can correct them. And then you let your bad choices trickle over into my life. Now you affected my life as a grown-ass person from your bad decisions a decade or 2 decades ago. Like,
right.
No, you gonna pay for it today. You gonna pay for it today, because I'm not finna relive your mistakes. Because a lot of people do that.
Yep.
They just whatever mom and daddy done put on to us, we just take it and suck it up, and we just continue the cycle and do the same thing to our kids. They do the same thing to their kids, and that's just how it goes. So again, I'm proud of her. She did something that I probably would have done. That's a me move right there. Like, I don't care.
Man. Right. But you know what though, B-Dub, the mother, you can tell she got some age on her. She probably done experienced life. So you mean to tell me at this age, you still got that mindset of, like, she's pretty much destroyed her. If you got to put yourself to use your child credit to get certain things and whatnot, at this age, you can tell she probably haven't even really learned a whole lot, B-Dub.
No.
For you to sit there, before you to sit there and say, hey, I'm finna I'm going to use my daughter's credit, without her even knowing whatever. I'm going to put it on all credit. So your credit is messing up your, well, I'm going to say, just, when you are possibly putting your daughter in a position to have all this debt as a young person or whatever, man, because that's what it's all about. DTI, debt to income. You got a lot of debt. A lot of times, whatever it is, you're trying to buy something, you want something or whatnot. If you got a lot of debt and you don't have the income to actually supersede that debt, that's when you won't be able to get a lot of what it is. What if you want to try to buy a house, a car, whatever, all this stuff factor in. So, mama is not
any kind of assets.
anytime
Liabilities, you get liabilities all day long.
Right.
They'll give you a car because they're gonna use that against you to charge you more interest.
Right.
And then hopefully you'll keep it for 6 months and then they can take it back and sell it to the next fool. But and a lot of people are stuck in that trap. That's all they care about.
Right.
Certain apartment complexes, they have different programs you can go through to where you can still get an apartment even if you got bad credit or whatever.
Yep.
And that's the sad part about it, because those are the ones who continue the cycle. They don't care. It don't bother them. It's the ones who trying to break the cycle that run into this brick wall. It's like, hey, I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to build wealth and buy a house and do positive things. And she'll be able to do it. But now I gotta go through this extra roadblock and go through all this extra stuff to do it because of what you did, because your mistakes and your decisions. And one thing about it though, the comments, I don't know if you read the comments on that post.
I can see it.
Was kind of 50-50. Like it was a lot of people defending the mama. And I'm like,
what
where are y'all from?
Man, no joke. Like mama don't even have a leg to stand on for you to sit there and defend that. You using your child's credit to try to, keep up a certain lifestyle, B-Dub. There's nothing that I can see that I can justify with me using my child's credit without her knowing, by the way, B-Dub, without her knowing.
Yeah.
She had to go. So if you doing it without her knowing, that means you are being very deceptive in your tactics of making sure that your daughter don't find it. You've been sneaky about it. That's what's basically put bottom line to it.
I seen one comment, somebody even called the daughter ungrateful. I'm like, how the F is she ungrateful? Where y'all coming with this stuff from? Talking about, but it's the same old stuff like I was saying earlier. Like people, that's still your mama. Your mama, she did her best. What about your daddy? You not mad at your daddy? My daddy didn't ruin my credit.
Right. Mama did, right. And then B-Dub, mama she said, well, I'm trying to get a house in the future with her. She's like, you can stay right here. You can't make that decision for the daughter. You can't make the decision for the child.
I stay with you for so you can keep stealing my damn identity.
Right, man. Yeah, no, we can't do it, man. Right. Now I don't need to be looking over my shoulder, staying with no family members. I don't care if you are my parents. Now I don't need to be looking over my shoulder, man. A credit card or something like that slip through the cracks or whatever, man. You pick up my mail, and next thing you know, you got credit cards in my name and all that. Something I ain't.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
Mama talking about you can stay here right here with me. Mama probably renting.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
She don't even.
Yeah, she probably renting.
That's probably a rent house or
apartment
or something.
Right.
You can stay here with me.
You can stay here with me. Yeah, boy, she got the nerve.
Stay down here at the bottom and just keep the same negative stereotypes going. That's all.
And let me ask you this, B-Dub.
Just stay here and be a bitter black woman right along with me.
Well, let me ask you this, B-Dub, and I want your thoughts about this. Do you think when because it happens in our community, in our culture a whole lot when it comes to debt. We don't understand debt. Do you think that's a form of mental illness, man, when it goes on from generation to generation like that? When we don't know nothing about it? Could you contribute that to mental illness?
For me, I think mental illness is a stretch. I think you can make an argument for it because, like you said, a lot of times it gets passed down, so it's indoctrinated in us.
Right.
But I don't know if I would call it a mental illness. I just think it's just a lack of understanding about life. Like people don't understand America. This is the thing. So many people here in America live in other places in their mind. Like some people live in black folks' world, white people world, Like, I don't know where they be living at, but we live in America. And in America, the way this country operates, the way the money is run, there is a pattern you can follow to if not be rich, at least be okay in life.
Yeah.
There's a pattern to follow, but we refuse to follow that pattern because of whatever reasons. Like black people be having their own set of rules and standards of how life's supposed to work. And it goes back to something that I say all the time. It's about right versus reality. Because a lot of stuff people say do be right. Like, oh, well, this shouldn't be this way and the government should do this. Yeah, you're right. But that's not how America works.
Right.
But it do work like this. And if you learn this process and learn what money is really used for, learn that it's a tool to be used to obtain assets and not to be spent on material things, then you will start to make different type of decisions, and then you can excel in America. You can do all right. At the very least, you could be good and just live a normal life and not have to struggle. Is what I'm getting at. People don't have to struggle nowadays.
Right.
There's a pattern. There's a rule book. And depending on where you're starting from, we all start at different levels. Some of us our journeys might be a little longer than others, but we going to the same finish line if you just follow the rules and start living in America and stop living in your head or what you think should happen or how it could be or this whatever. Because that don't nobody care about that.
Right. And you know what? And maybe mental illness. You know, what about make like it can be a contributing factor to mental illness when it comes to like being in debt and what we do to put ourselves in these situations to be in debt, because you know a lot of times it's a narrative that's put on that we been linked to. Like I ain't gonna say narrative whatever, but we're the culture where we're consumers. We don't own anything. We don't do this. The money that we do have, we put the money back into some stuff that really is not going to even help us out. Whatever, we'll put the money into things that depreciates. It's nothing that is no assets, nothing like that or whatever. It's nothing that we can get and we can flip it or whatever. It's always something that depreciates. You know what I'm saying, B-Dub? And that's where I say, well, maybe it might be a contributing factor. You see what I'm saying? What's your thoughts about that, B-Dub?
I mean, like I said, I mean, you excuse me. Those are some good points, and there's definitely a conversation, and you can make an argument for it. I just don't think it's a mental illness. I think it's a lack of knowledge, and
Okay.
I think we are trained to function out of our emotions. Is what I'm trying to say. We do a lot of emotional stuff, and we're in this constant way of trying to catch up for past things that wasn't done to us. We still live in slavery. Like in our minds, this is why we're talking about, like, we don't live in America in 2024 and understanding how that works and how to manipulate that system to move ahead. We still living in slavery and worrying about what this and that and this and that and that. And it was like, okay, all of those things are true, but that's not stopping you today. That stopped your great-grandparents. That was a legitimate excuse for them. Not even an excuse. That's just what it was. That was their reality. Starting from our great-grandparents going forward, that was their reality. Our grandparents, they dealt with some stuff that we don't deal with, but it wasn't as bad as their parents. Our parents dealt with some stuff, but it wasn't bad as their parents. We deal with stuff, but it's not as bad as our parents. Like the things that we deal with that are still attached to America's origins continues to diminish generation over generation. Now, some things do change. I get that. Because I know people say, well, some stuff is not different. It's just whatever. Yeah, we still have to deal with prejudiced dickheads who may not give us a job because they don't like the color of our skin. Oh, effing well. There's other companies out there that will hire you. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, it sucks. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. No, it sucks. Because you were qualified. You would have did a great job. You would have made them more money.
Right.
But they chose to overlook you because of your skin color and choose somebody else who probably can't even do the damn job just because they feel more comfortable with them. That sucks.
Right.
But that's reality.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just do something different. There's other opportunities.
Right. It is, most definitely. I agree 1,000%, man. I agree. Will Melvin, appreciate you for joining the show. Will Melvin said exactly. Our struggle doesn't exist in 2024. There are opportunities falling out of trees. We are still talking. But what about Emmett Till?
Right.
Okay. And then Will Melvin also said it's not a mental illness. It's called apathy. Our culture promotes apathy.
Masochistic behavior.
Masochistic behavior.
I got you back.
Yeah, I went to public school there, B-Dub. All right, B-Dub, what we got next, my brother?
Oh man. Let's go here. So there was a woman who was stopped outside of a store or near a store by police and accused of theft, and her daughter basically was defending her.
Uh-oh.
Let's take a look at it.
Let's take a look at it.
Sunglasses, a gray top, and she had a dogger bag. The CV gave a description of a female black with long braids with the white.
I think he went back to the store.
What classes did I steal from Mount Clear?
Mommy, I know who it was.
What classes did I steal? Thank you.
Stop recording it now! You should not be recording it without our permission.
For my safety. Thank you.
My aunt stole glasses. It wasn't her. Do she have a fucking white t-shirt on? No. My phone. Leave my mother alone.
I don't have nothing though. This is crazy.
My grandfather. She don't have nothing. I'm gonna kill somebody, bro. Please.
Okay.
No.
Oh man. You know what, man, B-Dub, when I first saw that, man, my heart was broken for that little girl. That's not the I know the little girl, she means well, she wants her mother to be safe. I definitely get that, but in a situation like that, mom, hey, you gotta put your little girl, you gotta put the girl, get her out of that, tell her to calm down and whatnot and move her out of the situation. So that way the police can do their job. Mama can, make sure that she's good as far as like, trying to, well, mama can do good as far as like, defending herself as far as like talking with the police, whatever, without, the child being emotional like that and being a distraction, whatnot. You see what I'm saying? So, for that whole scenario to play out like that in front of that child or whatnot, man, my heart broke, whatever, man, because it seems like that little girl, she was very, very scared and terrified about everything that was going to happen with her mother, whatever, man. But, for her to be aggressive and angry like that, when, in front of police, that thing could definitely end out wrong, especially with the way law enforcement is today. What's your thoughts about it, B-Dub?
I mean, I definitely felt sad for it too, for many different reasons. Number one, it's
heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking.
Well, you can clearly, this young lady is highly intelligent. Like she's I don't know how old she is, but she don't look past 10 at best. And to be able to articulate herself in that way and understand the situation and know what she's saying, it shows that she's highly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the sad part for me comes in is that nobody's guiding that intelligence the right way.
Right.
She's all emotion. And this is again something that I've talked about before about, we pass down traumas and emotions into our kids. This girl, she not just fighting for her mama. She fighting for Emmett Till. She fighting for George Floyd. This little girl fighting for a whole community and don't even realize it because all that anger is not coming just from that situation.
No, it's not. No.
So it is sad. It is very heartbreaking to see such a intelligent young lady, be so emotional and not be able to control herself, because when she gets older, these situations are gonna go a whole lot different for her. They're
Right.
basically ignoring her because she is a child, and they're just letting her make it. But these are the type of interactions that can lead to people dying
Mhm.
at the hands of the police or anybody on the street, because it don't even have to be the police. Just escalating a situation with anybody can have the potential to go way left, because you never know how people are going to respond to stuff. And then to add to that, the mother, which you pointed out, is not even trying to calm her child down. Like, your
Yeah,
child
calm
is
it down.
hurting over here.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't care if you did take the glasses or not. And I'm listening to the thing, and they talking about somebody with long braids and a white t-shirt. And this woman clearly don't have long braids or a white t-shirt. So,
Right.
I understand her not worrying too much, because she's like, oh, okay, well, I didn't steal the glasses. But why are you not tending to your child and
Right.
trying to calm her down and let her understand it's okay, babe? They got the wrong one, but let's just let them do whatever they feel like they need to do, and so they can get on about their business, so we can get up out of here. You
Right.
know,
Right.
and deal with that at a different time. If you want to file a case or try to sue or whatever, that's your prerogative. But in the meantime, take care of your child and just get yourself out of that situation as quick as possible.
Right, right. Well, because the behavior of the child did not warrant that type of behavior for the because to be honest with you, the police, at the moment, it seemed like this was like the beginning stages of the investigation to try to see, if the woman fit the description, or if the woman, that basically it was just the beginning stage or whatever. But the little girl is already on channel 10. She's already on 10. And to me, just from those two officers standing there and just questioning and trying to get some understanding, that the girl lashing out at those police like that, to me, that wasn't warranted at all. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I looked at it. No, because she's doing all that. The little girl is very emotional and screaming or whatever. And PD was just basically just kind of seemed like they just kind of just sitting there asking questions and and trying to get an understanding of what's going on. So they're trying to put the puzzle together, the pieces together, and and so on and so forth, whatever. But for her to take it to the 10 like that right now, I don't think that was warranted. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I mean, again, I can't judge how people respond to certain things. I do think I agree that her level of intensity of anger
Yes.
was way more than what it needed to be or what it should be. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with the child speaking out, though, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh,
Like, if you raise your child a certain type of way, and they have a good understanding of situations and things like that, um, to where they can add something beneficial to the conversation, like, how I want to say it, because at the same time, I'm very, very much in favor of a child staying in a child's place, right?
there you go. Yeah.
However, I do think there are exceptions to where if the child can contribute something useful to the conversation, I'm all for it. Like, I'm not gonna tell my son, like, "Nah, just be quiet." I'm gonna listen to see what he got to say first, because he might be adding something of value to the conversation. I wouldn't expect him to act like that. No, and if he was acting like that, them officers would have disappeared in my mind, because my focus
Mhm.
would have been on my child.
Right. Me too.
But
Me too.
so it's a thin line. I don't like the way that she behaved. I wish she hadn't behaved that way. And again, I just think I think she understands the situation. I think she understands what's going on, and she's a very intelligent young lady, and she's upset. But that's where my issue lies. Why is she so upset? Why do we put so much anger and trauma into our kids, talking about old stuff that don't even affect us in today's time, and then you have them reacting like this? Like, she's trying to protect her mom. You can't be mad at that. She don't know no better. She don't even understand that this is not the right way to handle that. She sees
Right.
these people accusing her mama or her auntie, excuse me, her aunt of something that she didn't do, and she's angry about it. She's trying to protect her. She's trying to do what black women are supposed to do and be strong and stand up for each other and stuff like that. Like, but she's not connecting the dots. She doesn't understand yet that she's still a child. It's not for her to do that yet.
Right.
If
right.
ever at all, definitely not yet.
Right. Yep. I agree. But you know what though, B Dub? But at the end of the day, though, just because you can scream and yell like that or whatever, stuff just don't go away. You know what I mean? Just because you did that, whatever, people are not going to move in the real world. People don't care nothing about you screaming to the top of your lungs or whatnot. You just can't result to handling, situations or issues or problem with outbursts or with, not in this case, whatever, but not physical violence, whatever, but not in this case, whatever. But we can't solve problems that way. You know what I'm saying?
And the girl talking about she's gonna kill somebody. Like,
that's crazy. That's a threatening. Yeah, you can't threaten the type of violence like that towards anybody. So
the crazy part is the irony of it is she don't have long braids, but the little girl hair was braided and she had on a white shirt. Now she's saying if those cops would have been assholes, and by the way, let me take a moment to praise them as well for just doing their job and just standing there and just figuring it out. Because I don't think we do that enough. We talk about the bad ones. We don't talk enough about the good ones that do their job the right way. Because this was the right way to do it. There was no reason whatsoever for them to escalate this situation in any kind of way, shape, or form, and they didn't. They just stood back. They listened. They didn't bother the little girl. And I let her say this. This could have been a different situation, a different set of cops, and they would have looked at her like, "Oh, well, you got on a white shirt and you got braids. Maybe it's you." And they would have used that as an excuse to go handle that child, to try to shut her up or teach her a lesson. And then the mama probably would have reacted. And then now they handling her, and this could have been a whole completely different situation, just off of that child's energy and the mom not stepping in to get that under control.
Right. And the little girl sitting there screaming, yelling with her fists clenched up, balled up. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, all that plays a part in all that. You know what I mean? All that plays a part in it.
You got to be careful because we again, I stand on it. We don't deal with the same type of stuff our grandparents, great grandparents had to deal with. Right, but there's still some things. There's still some things because there's still some people. There's always going to be some people, right?
Right.
So this could be one of those coincidental times where, like I said, because she's acting that way, they might decide to teach her a lesson. They could have arrested her, and you get one of those type of judges that still, they was raised by some of them other ones, and decide, oh well, we're gonna charge her as an adult and put in, whatever, or just do stuff just to mess people's life up for no reason.
Right.
So it's a sad situation all around, but I'm glad that it stayed where it was at and it didn't escalate any further.
Right.
I'm disappointed. I wish the adult would have stepped in and handled that child a little better to calm her down, because clearly she's upset and this little girl might be traumatized from this situation. I pray that she finds some better guidance to help guide her, because she seems like she's a very intelligent young lady and she could do some great things in this world if she was put on, as long as she's put on the right path to do so.
Right. Yep. That's different. There's other ways you can handle a situation, handle a problem. That's not one of them. I can just tell you that right now. All right, B-Dub, what we got to the next one?
You might see her sitting on a congressional panel in 15, 20 years.
Most definitely. It can definitely happen. What we got?
Listen. If you take our relationship and flush it down the drain, I'm gonna flush something else down the drain. We're gonna see what happened with this married couple.
All right, now let's do it.
You're gonna take my mama's ashes and put them in the toilet? Are you serious right now?
She didn't let me know.
Why would you do this stuff to me, man?
On me numerous times.
You could have did something. What you talking about? That's my mama.
I wanted to hurt you like you hurt me.
Hurt me? Hurt you? What are you talking about? I cheated on you, a few times? You could have got back at me by doing, man, I don't know. I'm really, my mother, she just passed. The only thing I had from my mama. And you put that down the drain. Just flushed her away.
Guess what I had? All I had was you. That's all I had, and guess what you did? You put our love down the drain. Our marriage.
I ain't put nothing
Yes, you
drain.
did.
Woman, just because I messed up don't mean I love them women. I loved you.
I don't care
I
about
provide for you. I got.
As
Soon as we got married,
my heart. You
had to do what you did.
Guess what? I got your attention now.
You could have done anything else, man. I
Hello,
can't
world.
believe the fact that you
Hello,
did
world.
this, man.
I did. Hello. Say hello to the bad girl.
Oh,
I
that's
did.
what. So you think this is all fun and games,
sure
right?
do.
Oh, I got something
It's
for
a
you.
whole movie,
I tell you what.
just like
I
you
tell
out
you
there
what.
drinking
I
with
tell
them
you what.
chicks.
Just like.
Like you was chicken
Just
baby.
like my mama didn't want me to marry, I promise
well,
you, we can get a divorce after this.
I
You can
don't
get
care.
up out of here.
I been
You
did
can get
that.
up out of here.
The papers
Because
are coming, baby.
you just
Don't
put
worry
my
about
mama
it. The
ass
papers
just in
coming.
the.
Yeah,
Why would
just
you
like
do
you did our
that?
marriage.
Why would
I
you
feel
do
the-
my
I
mama
feel
that
just like
way?
you did. Because you defiled us.
Man, why would you do that to my
I
mama?
do it to Granny too.
Mama.
Pull her up. Pull her up. Dig her up. I do
Why
the
would
same
you
thing
do
to her.
that, man?
Pull her up. Dig her up. Just like you did to
Oh,
me.
man.
Yeah.
I cheated a few times, man.
Going through your phone, going through your emails. I felt the
You
same
didn't even
way.
have to go that
Liking
far.
all those different chicks, pictures on Instagram.
That is.
Oh man. Beat up. Oh man. You go first, man. Go ahead, man. Golly, bro.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Towards the end there, I started believing this was cap. I think this shit is cap and it was staged. But I'm gonna answer as if it's real because it could be. People, man, listen. Clout is a hell of a drug, and people are really willing to put the worst parts of themselves online for some doggone likes and comments and clicks and whatever. And it's crazy. It is insane. But I'm not 100% sure this is real. I'm gonna say I'm about 85%. I think it's about 80. There's 15% of me that think that this might be staged. But assuming it's real. First thing, she made a good point. Well, I said the same thing. When he said, you did that to my mama is all I have. The first thought in my mind was, Negro, your wife is supposed to be there for you. Like, you don't have her? And then she said the same thing. She was like, well, all I had was you. Which, so I'm kind of on her side with that one. Like, how your mama, your dead mama, no less, no disrespect, but how is your dead mama all you have? That, to me, that makes you a sad man. That makes you a very sad man. Now, that part aside, that I'm with her on that one. Flushing somebody's ashes, that's one of those times where I think if he would have punched her in the face, I think the judge would have said, "You good? Go ahead. Don't worry about it. No, you cool. Don't worry about court costs and none of that. No, you good. If I was a judge, I would. If I was a judge and them two he walked in my courtroom as a defendant and said, "What did you do?" My wife found out I cheated on her. Well, shit, you already wrong. And then she took my mama's ashes and dumped them down the toilet, and I punched her in the face. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I blacked out in the heat of the moment. I blacked out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
But he corny anyway. Talking about I only cheated. Like, doesn't he think he Jay-Z or something? Like, you didn't have to do me like that.
Right.
Like something Jay-Z said in the song one time. But that's the punishment don't match the crime. The punishment don't match the crime. Him cheating is not justification for you to disturb that dead woman's ashes and pour them down the toilet. You can't take that back.
No, you can't.
And then people do stuff like that. She'll do stuff like that, and they argue and they put this on the internet and all this stuff, and okay, viral video, and 2 weeks later they be back cool again. But you can't get them ashes back. You can't undo that. So I think it's foul. I think that was a foul thing for her to do. She completely out of line. But I don't think neither one of them, they both need out of that relationship. Ain't neither one of them good for each other.
Well, and here's an angle I'm going to take about it, B-Dub. Okay, so the man cheated on the woman, and the woman knew about it, but she ended up taking that man back. You know what I'm saying? How many times she say he cheated? He cheated.
That's true. That's a great point because it wasn't just one time; it was
He
multiple.
did.
So he did it.
Multiple. Yeah. So
He did it. You took him back. Now all
yeah.
of a sudden you fed up.
Right. So what I was saying is, listen, a lot of times, okay, if we've done something, if we're in a marriage and we both made some poor decisions and we were able to talk about it. Now, I'm not asking you to forget about it, but if you've forgiven me, let's move forward. Don't hold that over me because I'm not going to hold it over you, especially if we decide that we're going to move forward from it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you know for a fact that, that's the ultimate betrayal as far as like being cheated on, and you can't deal with it, then it will behoove you to go ahead and divorce and leave the marriage or whatnot, especially if you know for a fact that you're the type of person that hold on to something like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, if she would have just, not held that, into their marriage or whatever, it probably wouldn't have escalated to the point to where it was to where she ended up having to flush this man mama ashes down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like she was dead wrong for what she did because she said, hey, look, that was a revenge move to be able to hurt you because I'm hurt. Because she said, I'm hurt. I want to hurt you, and that's exactly what she did to that man or whatever. But, like I said, man, and this goes for anybody that's in marriages. Once you have that type of a discussion with each other and you forgive that person, I'm not telling you to forget, but if you forgive them, move on. Don't hold it. Don't have it like a dangling carrot over somebody's, head. And then you got these piles and piles of things they've done and you holding this, over their head or whatever. And then to the point to where you just have a breakdown and then you want to bring it up because now you done made a move off of your emotions because you didn't let nothing go. You see what I'm saying? You got to let it go if you're in a marriage.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I think
let it go.
If something happens, I 100% agree. If either you, I don't care if you forget or not. If you forgive me, if you truly forgive me, then move on from it. I don't want to hear about it ever again.
Right.
I don't care how much you think about it. Don't talk to me about it because you said we was good and we moved past it. And
that goes for both parties. That goes for both parties. Be the man and the woman.
I would do the same. I would do the same.
Most definitely.
But if you keep doing the same shit, because the only true apology is changed behavior.
I agree.
So if you don't change the behavior, that means your apology was invalid. So that means I can talk about it as much as I want to. Because to me, that's still an open case. We ain't closed that case yet. We ain't settled that lawsuit yet. We agreed on a settlement term, and then you kept reopening the case and committing the same offense over and over again. So I don't care, but that's still not justification. There's some lines that you don't cross.
I agree.
Okay, you want to go kids car? Cool, I'm all for that. You want, or you bought the you bought that PlayStation, so you want to go tear the PlayStation up? Cool, handle your business. You don't touch no dead person's ashes.
No, you just don't do that.
Like anything that doesn't specifically belong to you or him material wise should be off limits.
Right.
Like I'm telling you, I can be wrong and I can admit to my mistakes, and that's all fine and well. But no matter what I did to you, if you were to take my mother's ashes and flush them down the toilet, you're gonna be drinking that toilet water. She gonna live with you forever because you gonna drink all of that toilet water, all of them ashes, and they gonna be in you, and you gonna carry my mother with you for life. And I hope your black eye heal up in a couple of weeks. That's just what that is. I mean, unless I did something physically to you, it'd be different if he beat the mess out of this woman or physically violated her in some way. Then in that case, all bets are off. All bets are off. Nothing is off limits. This man went outside the marriage, which you already know he's done before, and you've already forgiven him before. You've already taken him back. So
multiple times.
You don't get to now just because, like you say, just because you want to flip out this time, now you want to go to the extreme. Because this not gonna make him stop cheating. This shit, if anything, this gonna make him do it even more. Because now he really not gonna care about you.
Right.
So that was extremely childish and emotional. That was, and stupid. But again, I hope it's fake. Actually, I hope it's fake. I hope this is not real.
But you know what though?
Yeah, it is cap.
But you know what? But shame on old dude too, because he said my mama said not to even marry you. So your mama, because a lot of times
that's why she did it. That's why she did it. Yeah, you didn't want me to marry your son.
Yeah. See, a lot of times your parents your parents definitely see something that you don't see when you with the, if you're in a relationship or you trying to be with somebody or whatever. So a lot of times, I'm not gonna say all the time, but sometimes you have some parents that have your best interest at heart and just want to see see you excel and propel or whatnot. If they see somebody that's not, they see that person, you and that person just not, they see something in that person that they just like, I'm not really feeling old buddy. A lot of times, they be telling you something that you probably need to hear. And a lot of times there's some stuff that you will overlook as well because you're so into that individual, whatever. But mama told buddy, hey man, don't marry that woman, and you went and down it anyway. And now mama down a damn drain because you superseded what mama told you not to do. And now mama down a damn drain, did some sort of sewage pipe because of you did what she told you not to do. Married the woman.
My ass would have been right down in that sewage pipe with her too.
Man, tell me about it.
But I mean, no, he definitely wrong, and he a cornball because first of all, he acting like cheating was like that was nothing. Like he trying to brush it off like it was nothing. Now it does not. It absolutely does not compare to flushing someone's ashes down the toilet. But he's acting like it's whatever, and he corny anyway. So I don't really have too much sympathy for him. I think she foul as hell. But I don't know. I'm kind of siding with Will. She might have saw the chick this time, but like, oh damn, she look better than me.
Man, I'm telling you, man, you threw my mama ashes down the toilet, man. I think I'd be so freaking hurt, destroyed. That destroy you.
It probably was some chick that his mama actually did like and probably did want him to marry. ain't no telling. But even with that though, as parents, that's the tough part about being parents or just family, friends, anybody. Because we all be in a situation sometimes where you see a person and you feel like they making a bad choice in a relationship or whatever. And I feel like it's definitely okay to express it, but I think it has to be a conversation. And at the end of the conversation, you have to walk away, and that person has to walk away with the understanding that it's their choice.
Yeah.
You can't just all that nagging, especially if they already made that choice. Is no, because mama, I'm telling you, either he said it or mama done said it around her. She knew that mama didn't like her. That's why she went after mama.
Yeah.
Because in other times, women, they normally gonna go for your car, your TV, or something that they know you get a lot of enjoyment out of. She had it in for mama because she knew mama didn't like her.
And she knew that was going to destroy. Some women want to destroy a man, B-Dub. Destroy a man. That right there can destroy a man, B-Dub.
Well,
that can destroy him.
He ain't all that much of a man anyway because he can't even handle his business right. So, but
B-Dub, yeah, man, that destroy you, man, because you got to live with that because being a visual, you got to visualize that woman grabbing your mama ashes, the ashes, taking the top off, and then just pouring it down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? That right there would mess a man's mind up, bro. You know what I mean? We're visual. Men are visual.
Her ass would have been in that toilet with them asses.
She'd been down there with him, huh? Beat up. Oh man, that sucked, man. But man, say you know, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Will Melvin. We thank you guys for tuning in. Ms. Ray Robinson, thank you for tuning in, joining a whole nother discussion of the Burning Coast podcast. But we definitely appreciate it. B-Dub, what you got? We're going to go ahead and do with our closing remarks, and we're going to go ahead and close the books on this one, man.
Hey, man, listen. Set your kids on the right path, especially if you got one that's shown some intelligence and shown that they can really make a change in this world. Make sure you put them on the right path. And, you know, think about their future and think about your future. And on that note, try to do something today that your future self will thank you for.
Already. And we want to say, give a shout out to Gentleman Jamal and Educated Queen. They could not make it to the show tonight, but we would definitely think about you guys. I know for a fact, had you guys would have been here on this one, you definitely would have killed this one, whatever. So, because I know, you know, y'all.
Man, forget them suckers. Y'all lame. I say that as I missed the show last week.
It's all good though, man. But the Brandon Coast podcast, give you the bag moment is, hey, the kids are our future. You make sure that you definitely know that, okay? Now that you got the bag, what you gonna do with it? I go by the name of Mr. Note Our Reactions. We got a guy, Bougie Weirdo, Educated Queen, and we also got Jimmy Jamal. We say thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Brandon Coast podcast. We see you guys at the same time, same channel next Tuesday. We love you guys.